what we call a delay.
What's up, pond people? We are here today for a brand new rebuild. We are going to be converting this pond into a 10-foot pondless. The perks of that are going to be maintenance. This is going to empty out into a reservoir. It's going to be a disappearing waterfall into some rocks, and you won't have the standing water that you do with a pond. So ease of maintenance is going to be key here with this feature. As you can see, stones are all around the same kind of cobbly look. We've brought in a few Tennessee larger finger boulders that we will be placing around here just to kind of break things up a bit. The homeowner absolutely loves her backyard. This has been a piece that she likes, but has she been wanting to upgrade for a while. They were able to get their retirement. The husband got an RV. The wife gets the pleasure of Pondscapes coming out and redoing her pond. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get started on this. We're excited. Follow along and check it out with us.
What's up, pond people? Like Blake just so eloquently described, we're going to be going at it today, turning this pond into a 10-foot pondless. As always, when we got to do a demo, the first thing we got to do is get rid of that old nasty water, and trust me, that water was nasty. Next up, the name of the game was removing some of that cobble, and also we uncovered a little treasure. It's good for both us and the client. This biofalls that was previously on the feature, it's looking pretty good, so it looks like we're going to be able to reuse this thing for the new feature. It doesn't look like it's got too many bumps and bruises, so it's going to be good to go. And instead of a normal skimmer or vault, the previous feature had this kind of hybrid like centipede vault thing. I'm getting SpongeBob and Squidward vibes from the comparison here between the old one and the new one.
Hey! Demolition!
Chente, as always, is in a great mood, giving us a little demolition song, a little theme song to go along with our day. Next part of demolition is getting rid of this old plumbing, but it's got a check valve on it, so we got to let that water out. Blake is going at it a little gentle, just producing a small trickle, if you will, before absolutely slicing and dicing in honor of Michael Myers in this month of October. And we're getting full fire hydrant mode now, so that's what I'm talking about. We heard a rumor that there may be a resident frog in this feature, and we knew he'd be in the biofalls because that is a frog's favorite habitat to live in. It's not swamps, it's a common misconception. It is actually the biofalls. He goes into the bucket for safekeeping. We had to let a little bit of water out. He actually didn't stay in there that long. The homeowner came by and picked up the bucket and put him in a nearby creek. So he's got a nice little place to live. Not as good as the biofalls, but it's pretty nice. Now y'all can watch that demo go down in super speed. I would check out that rock pile to the right. Look at those rocks, they're just multiplying over there. Followed up by a liner removal and underlayment removal. Little play-by-play here. And with that, we have uncovered the foundation on which the old feature was built, and the new one will be born. So we're going to go ahead and start excavating that biofalls. We're going to keep it in a nice, safe location and excavate it safely because we are going to be reusing it for the new feature. Also, I wanted to show you guys what it's like on the job site. Sometimes you can be relaxing, listening to some Adele, and then, well, you'll see. Yep, so that is the dichotomy of a construction site. Sometimes you'll be just relaxing. The rhythm of shovels and Adele are motivating you through the day, and then you'll have to use a power tool to remove a giant boulder from the ground.
This is what we call a delay.
Another cool thing is that we actually use that exact rock that we just spent an hour getting rid of back in the final product of the feature. We use it somewhere on the right side of the stream, I believe, and it looks really nice. I don't get a good specific shot of it, but if you're eagle-eyed enough to see it, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below at what time frame, what point in the video you can see it. Also, I just wanted to shout out Blake because he actually led us through the final part of the day. Brad had to leave the job site, so Blake was temporary foreman for the first time, and he did a really great job. And here we are at the start of day 2 on the build. This is day 2 of 3. We will be finishing it tomorrow, but it's looking pretty good. Another thing that we like to reuse if we can on some of these rebuilds is the old underlayment. As long as it's not compromised, we usually just add it as an extra layer of protection. We still put our own underlayment down, but you can never have too much underlayment, so we usually put it down underneath our underlayment and then our liner. We got a nice little demonstration of what happens when you smack talk Chente and then the boys roll up as backup. That's what I'm talking about. But this is actually probably a pretty good demonstration of what would happen. The guys are gentlemen. They do not fight. They gently redirect with their boots. That's all they do. Here the guys are in human centipede formation to get this liner in. Usually the front gives the directions, but I guess the middle's giving out orders in this situation. We got a nice little jump there from Blake. That man is crazy adventurous. And then the guys are going to go ahead and get that liner situated in there nice and evenly while Joe's doing some modifications on the biofalls to get it all prepped for its, new lease on life with a new liner. And you know what time it is. It is our favorite part of the build. It is time to rock and roll, getting those rocks put in there. This is a huge, multiple 100-pound rock. It is pretty much Chente sized here. A little accidental comparison, but you can kind of see the size. It's pretty much spot on. If Chente was in fetal position, it'd be Chente sized. And this is how we're going to get that rock moved. It is a board that we slicked up with some water. And then after that, you just need a couple of strong buoys and a couple of straps, and then you are good to move rocks of really any size as long as it is not too much of an incline. The guys are going to go ahead and quad team it to kind of move it left and right. We got it to the right elevation, right spot. We just got to get it situated up against the back wall of dirt and up against the liner nice and tight.
Yeah.
Woo! Oh, yo, hey, yeah. Get it. And you can see just how happy the guys were to get that rock moved. I gotta say, Blake is by far the best dancer on the build crew, 10 out of 10. Chente definitely gives him a run for his money. You know, I gotta admit, Chente's, he can really cut a rug with his dances, but it's gotta be Blake. Next up on the menu, this is not a new countertop. This is actually going to be our stepping stone. Blake is getting the ground ready there. We're going to put it as kind of a pedestal rock, that you can look out at the feature at. I didn't get too much film of that because yours truly was part of that process, but you can see the finished product there. It's looking good. It's going to be very stable to stand on. And the guys just do not stop when it comes to getting big rocks involved with this feature. We got a big one coming right off the lip of the biofalls. This is going to give it a nice, wide, and kind of elongated drop zone. And this is what it's looking like. You just get a couple rocks in the bottom, couple rocks in the top, fill it in the middle. Suddenly this thing's starting to look like a feature, So we're going to go ahead and kick this bad boy on and see what the water's looking like coming out of it. Now we did give the homeowner the option to use her old pump or to go with a new 5,000 pump. The old pump is about a little below a 3,000, but she chose to go with the old pump, which is totally fine. It gives it a more slow, relaxed feel and flow, which is good because she really likes the nature and wildlife around her feature, and that lives in her backyard. And so the birds and chipmunks and other critters will be able to access the water a little bit easier with it moving a little bit more slowly. So that's why it's always important to consider the needs and wants and desires of your client to, give them the best product possible. And here we go, started day 3 and our final day. We went ahead and moved those bushes up around the biofalls so that when they grow in more, they'll kind of cover it and hide the biofalls a little bit better. You want to have a kind of a hidden start point to make it look more natural. Here we got Blake doing a little edge work, but I gotta admit he is rolling that liner exactly like how the employees roll my burrito at Moe's Southwest Grill. We're not sponsored by them, I just really like Mo Monday. Here we got Brad going back to a childhood game of his. It's called Toss the Rock in the Bucket. It's pretty good at it.
Where did that rock come from? On the left.
Oh, it's behind that bush.
Yep, you saw that right. Brad is just casually tossing in double rock 3-pointers while having conversations at the same time. I also caught him here. He was so close to throwing this liner. He wanted to so bad, but he decided against it. Also, I don't know if you all have noticed all the Lowe's buckets we've had in the last couple of clips, but we are also not sponsored by them. If they'd like to reach out and sponsor us or give us more buckets, that would be super appreciated. But yeah, believe it or not, guys, we are actually almost on the end of this journey together. This build is coming to a close. We just had Blake doing some rinsing, Chente initiating the mossification of the feature, and then of course Chente blessing us with one of his trademark thumbs up. The mulching always brings the feature together. It just kind of defines the space a bit more because we can't like instant plant grass, so the outsides of the features are always going to have dirt around them right after we finish up a build, but the mulching really helps kind of finish off the space and give it a finished look. So This thing has really come together, and I gotta say it looks beautiful. The plants, the mulch, the gently running water, it all really softens up this feature and makes for a tranquil backyard stream, which is exactly what the homeowner wanted. So couldn't have asked for this thing to turn out any better than it did.
What's up, pond people? Blake here with Pondscapes. We're done. We finished it. This was a really fun rebuild. We're really ecstatic with the way that everything came out. One of my favorite features on this whole Pondless is going to be this rock right here. This sucker weighed about 800 pounds. We saw it in the rock yard. That was the reason we picked out the pallet. We had different ideas for it. We knew we wanted to have some water coming off this right side, but as we started to maneuver it, we ended up finding this a nice slant, and we were able to get water to come off the right side as well as the left side too. Really breaks up the stream, but we were really excited with how that came out. Another one of my favorite features on this water feature is this front area we have right here in the start of the pondlet. The homeowner has these rocks that go around her backyard, and she wanted to incorporate that into her water feature as well. So we wanted to make this almost like a step-up stage, if you will, that really invites you in, draws you into the waterfalls. Once again, happy with how that came out as well too. The big thing with the pondless compared to a pond is going to be the ease of maintenance. A little bit of algae can accumulate with these, but typically that's really the only thing that you're trying to take care of, that and the debris. The old water feature was a pond, so it held a little bit of water and leaking, of course, too. So the homeowner couldn't go out of town, constantly staying here. So after we were able to install this, she feels the freedom. She can now leave, not have to worry about her water feature. That was one thing that she was really drawn to with this pondless reservoir. Other than that, as you know, we are thrilled with how this came out. The homeowner absolutely loves it. We're excited with this. We will see you on the next one. That's a wrap for us today. But we appreciate you staying till the end of the video. Don't forget, we're having fun, changing lives, and building the best water features in the world. We'll see you all in the next video. Peace.
That's a wrap on this one. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have videos coming out every Friday at 4 p.m. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.